Assalamualaikum. Hello everyone. Today I'm making a video about this carbon wheel set that I've just bought. It arrived 2 days back. I bought it a couple of weeks back. It's a carbon wheel set from this brand called Winspace. This specific model is Winspace Lun. It's spelled L-U-N. I think the way you pronounce it, it's Lun. I think it's in Mandarin. It means, in English, it means wheel. Yeah. I just want to touch about. This is my first video on about that I intend to put on YouTube. First video on bicycle. Yeah. There's not much video at the moment on YouTube that covers this wheel set. So I thought, well, at least in video that is in English maybe, but I'm going to use mixed language with I would say my mother tongue is Malay, so I'm going to mix this in both Malay and English. I try to speak English as much, but yeah, but really I intend to use Malay language more. Maybe I should maybe, right? Yeah, like I mentioned, I got these wheels 2 days back from Winspace. The intention of this, the reason I bought this wheel is to replace my my other wheels, which are fitted on. It's going to go on my best bike, which is Scott Addict RC 2020. Currently aku pakai not hyper. Currently it's running on this wheel from cycling reaction. It's called Prime. I think Prime 28 RP. I can't remember exactly now, but it's definitely 28 profile, 28 mm profile. So yeah, I wanted to make make the bike looks better really by going with this 45 mm wheel depth. The reason why I select Winspace, it's mainly the budget. I like my stuff to be. I don't like to pay for extras. I want to bargain for anything that I buy. But this one, I think I'm getting the value that I'm looking for. So about this wheel, about Winspace maybe, they are Chinese manufacturer, based in Germany. They do carbon frame. They do carbon wheel set. For this, for their road wheel set, they do two range. One is their high range is Hyper. I think that's the model Hyper. This is the lower range. It's called Lun. If you go to the internet, you know that their Hyper wheel is quite hot. Hot selling product at the moment. Even this one, it's hard for me to. I waited for like a couple of months for it to come back in stock. Why did I go for this? This is actually the low range. The Hyper range is, like I said, it's the high. Obviously, Hyper is the high range. This is the low range. The reason I went for this low range, mainly, of course, I want to save money. Yeah. The next thing is it's actually the finishing. Personally, I don't really like that Hyper, the finishing. They call it butterfly effect finishing. I prefer this more stealth, subtle, zero coating carbon punya finish. Yeah, I personally like this. I really like this. Actually, when I went on YouTube today, there are lots of video on latest Bora Campagnolo Bora WTO. Yeah, if you look at that, they actually have the same finish. Actually, they are quite proud, announcing that they have the zero coating finish as well. So yeah, Winspace is doing the same, and I like this finish. Just going through going through this wheel, a bit of maybe just the specification blurbs. The depth, I mentioned it before, is 45 mm. There's a subtle like a text, should I say. Their logo is here, and then that's the model Lun, and it mentioned Disc 45. I don't know whether you can see it from there. Maybe I'll take a closer video afterwards. And then there's text here says tubeless ready, race ready. Well, yeah, that's just marketing. But yeah, this wheel is tubeless ready. I could actually pair it with Pirelli tires, and then it's latex inner tube that I've fitted it. What else I want to mention? I did mention the depth. That's obvious, 45 mm. Oh yeah, maybe I'll mention the reason why I went for this 45 mm depth. So this Lun, they have three models. One is 30 mm, 45, and then 60. I went for 45 because I think it's the all-rounder, in the mid, it's in the middle. I live in England, it's a bit gusty, can get really gusty sometimes. I think 45 is the best balance. Sometimes I do kite climbing as well. I live in Yorkshire, so there's lots of hill around here. So 45 is the best balance, I think. It's not too heavy. But I was thinking, should I go for 60? It's going to look really nice. But then the weight is slightly over my mental barrier. It's 1.6, I think it's something about 1.6 kilo anyway. But this one is, the weight is 1,561 gram. This is within the model, like for example, within the 45, the model 45 mm model, you can actually upgrade. You have two choices. One is the standard. The standard comes with the standard Pillar brand spokes. This one I've upgraded to Sapim brand. It's slightly lighter. I think it's about 20 grams lighter than the Pillar. The wheel that comes with Pillar spokes. With the upgrades, I do get what do you call it? Ceramic bearing. I'm not too convinced on that ceramic bearing, but since it comes with it, so yeah, it's another choice. What else I want to mention? Yes, about the profile. It's the U nowadays. It's all U profile. The older carbon wheel set tends to be V-shaped, but this one, I think most modern carbon wheel set now is U-shaped profile. So U-shaped profile apparently is better in terms of aerodynamic. And then another thing nowadays, it's all the rage is about width. So the width of this rim is it's 25 mm on the external, and then 19 inside. So I think it is designed to be optimized around 25 mm tire. Well, if you look at a Han, it's a smaller brand, or similar smaller brand. It's quite famous in the UK, Han and Scribe, I think. They are actually going even wider than that. Oh yeah, mentioning Han. Actually, I've read something on the forum or somewhere, maybe comments on YouTube, say actually Winspace is the one who actually manufacture Han wheel. So I don't know how true is that. Maybe I shouldn't be mentioning that because but it's just some rumors on the internet. What else? The hub. I like the hub design. They say, well, this is proprietary hub. Well, if you go to their website, they say this is very similar to their higher tier hyper hub. I don't know what's the big difference. They say the internal is very similar. I think it's they mentioned about oversized 19 mm oversized axle. I don't know much about that really. What else I want to mention? The weight. I mentioned the weight, of course. How much it is? Well, this wheel set is advertised at 698 USD. I went for the upgraded version, which is 100 USD more. I also got a 10% discount from this. I've used this discount code from one of the I think it's one YouTuber called Charles Kumet, something like that. I can't pronounce his surname that well. yeah, what else I want to mention? Yeah, I didn't weigh this wheel, unfortunately. I got really excited and then just straight away fitted the tires and in a tube. So I didn't weigh to see whether it matches the plain weight. But yeah, never mind. I think what I'll do, I'll weigh the bike before and after fitting this wheel anyway. So let's see. But comparing to my other my current wheel set, I think this is going to be slightly heavier. Maybe just 50 gram heavier. I'm not too bothered about that. I think I'm going for the looks. Yeah, I think I'll touch about this Pirelli. Why I went with this Pirelli tires. This is Pirelli P0 Velo. So I was thinking, should I go for Continental GP5000 or should I go for Schwalbe Pro 1 tubeless, or should I use my the other Vittoria Corsa that I'm currently running? But then reading things on YouTube, reading things on the forum and stuff, so I went with this Pirelli. Apparently this has slightly higher rolling resistance. If you go to this bike website that compares tires, I can't remember exactly now. Oh gosh, I can't remember exactly now. But it's comparing bicycle tire rolling resistance. This one has slightly higher rolling resistance than GP5000. But yeah, I'm not too bothered about that really. Well, the reason I went for this instead of going for GP5000 is again for the looks. GP5000 Continental, I don't really like that flashy, that Germany color flag. That I like this, subtle color to go with the subtle stealth look of this wheel. So there's just a bit of white branding there. So yeah, that's not too bad. What else I want to talk about? It's my first video, so I should be making the eye contact with you guys. But yeah, I'm not a professional YouTuber. I'm really just sharing my excitement. Yeah, what else I want to talk about? I think that's about it really. Okay, see you next time. I'll try to, if I've got something to share in future, I'll share, and maybe I'll make a better video if I've got time. Thank you, everyone.